Hey Matthew, if quizzes are quizzical, then what's a test? Oh, hi there. Good to see you again. Welcome back to our boutique. You must be here for your evening suit fitting consultation. My name is Oliver. I'll be assisting you today. Before you make yourself too comfortable, may I interest you in a complimentary beverage? We have tea, coffee, still sparkling water, perhaps something more alcoholic, whiskey, gin, beer. Okay, coming right up. I hope being in a glass is okay. Okay, well, let's mix that up for you now. But in the meantime, what's the occasion for the suit today? A wedding, I see, it's exciting. Congratulations to the happy couple. Do you know roughly when this wedding will occur? Okay, springtime, so a little bit of time. You're getting everything done early. I like that. And how about the venue? Do you know where the wedding is? I see. I've heard good things from a lot of our clients there. Apparently it's very picturesque from what I see online and easy to get to, so very convenient for a guest such as yourself. I assume you are a guest not on the bridal party? Okay. In the guest list. And did the happy couple perhaps mention a specific dress code or anything to avoid explicitly? No. Okay. All good things to know. I'll definitely keep those in mind when selecting your suits for today. But I have a few options in mind already based on what you've told me. Although, is there anything in particular that you are looking for? Anything you may have your sights set on already? Okay. Something timeless, something versatile. Well, all keywords that I can help you with. Definitely have a few options in mind, but do you have your measurements handy? It's okay if you don't. We can simply take them right here, right now. If it's been a little while since your last suit fitting, I would recommend we take a fresh set of measurements. No room for error that way. You agree? Yes. Okay. Then, if it's alright with you, I might get you to stand just where you are for me. Nice and tall, confident posture. That's right. Chest out, shoulders back. Okay. Just relax a little bit. Yeah, don't have to be too stiff. We're just going to measure around your shoulder, your chest, your sleeve length, jacket length, waist, and inseam today. Comprehensive check. Alright. Just standing as you are, arms on your hips for me. Okay. Let's check your shoulders. Just measuring from the tip of your shoulder across your back to the tip of your other shoulder. There we are. Let's get that. 48, 43. Very good. Okay. And just the other side now. Always good to measure twice to be doubly sure. Across the top of your shoulder, across the shoulder blades. Excellent. Okay. Got those those shoulder measurements. Now, just around the chest, so just be underneath your armpit region there. Just feel a bit snug with the tape measure. Wrapping that one all the way around. That's it. Okay, looking good. Roughly 48, 49, 50. Okay. And just one more time from a slightly different angle in that chest region. That's it. Holding still for me. 40, 41, 42, 43. Alright. Good job. Alright, just looking at your sleeve length now. Hands on your hips for me, like so. And just a slight bend in the elbow. Yeah, just like that. Alright, measuring that right side now, just from the tip of your shoulder, right down your upper arm, elbow, down to your sleeve and wrist region. That's looking good. Roughly 8 inches there. Okay, let's go ahead and try your left side now. So, same thing, arms on your hips, just like that. Very good. Same thing, just coming in from the tip of the shoulder, down your upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist area. Very good. Hold still for me just for a little moment more. Good. 38, 39, 40. Alright. Equal both sides there for your sleeve length, so I don't think there'll be any discrepancies there. But let's move on to your jacket length. Now there's a few options here. We could have it rather high or low, depending on personal preference. I like to recommend somewhere in between, but main thing is the bottom of the suit jacket is covering your seat area or your saddle area if you were to sit. So we'll just measure the length now from the base of your neck, yeah, right down to that seat area. Yeah, okay. Just hold that posture still for me. That's it, just leaning back. Okay, and just relaxing those shoulders here. Not up here, down low. Good. Hold that position. You're doing perfectly. Like I said, base of the neck, all the way down, all the way down. Okay, that's looking good to me. Nearly there. Okay, that's good. All right. All right, we've got your top half measurements. Pretty happy with your jacket. I think I've got the rack size for you, but for the pants, I just want to measure your waist as well as your inseam. Okay, so for the waist, we'll just measure around the navel area. Okay, just standing upright. That's it. Please don't suck in the gut or anything like that. I promise you we'll get a nice form-fitting suit. Okay, so no cheating. Here we are. That's it. Just around the waist there, just below the navel region. Alrighty. So just looping that one around your back. Okay. Doing great. There we are. Okay. All right. Got that one. Just one more time. My waist there. All right. That's it. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Okay. And relaxing there. Next up, we'll measure your inseam, just in that thigh to lower leg region, down to your ankle. Okay, just stand still where you are is fine. Alright, just measuring that now. Okay, just coming around that thigh area. Yep, just passing that one through. Now, okay, coming up to about 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31. Alrighty. And just on the other side, really quickly. Okay. That other leg. Alrighty, there we are. And lastly, just that length. Yeah, I want to make sure we don't have to make any changes to the pants length. We want a little bit of a break around the shoes, but nothing too folding or too short and cropped. Okay, a little break is what we're after. Maybe one little fold. Okay. Again, hold still. Just measuring that now. Good. Alright. Nice. If you don't mind me asking, do you know how tall you are in centimeters or inches in feet? Okay. Yeah. In that case, we might just go with some of the rack options here. I think with your dimensions and height, we can actually, I'm hoping, can get away without any major alterations, if any at all. So, be a less hassle for you and less administrative work to do. So, tell you what, let's try a few of these options now. I have 3 that I think would really work for your particular event. Now, it's in the spring. Have you seen what the rough average temperature is for that time of year in that location? I think it's good to know in case you're outside for cocktail hour or particularly a springtime wedding. Yeah, it could get quite cool in some areas, so you've been before, it gets cool. Okay. In that case, I think we're going to stick to maybe more of a wool or a warmer based material as opposed to something like a linen where it's going to be very light and breathable. So like a nice thick but not too thick wool would work really well for material, but let's have a look. So our first option here is by a New Zealand brand, Rembrandt. This is the charcoal suit, jacket and pants. It has a small, subtle pattern going on there, kind of like dots that you can hopefully see on the side there and the sleeve. But as I said, this particular jacket is 60% wool, I believe, New Zealand wool, and 43% or 40% viscose. So there's a little bit of that stretch material in it as well for a nice and comfortable fit. I think this charcoal will be a very classic, timeless, and look that you can use for future events, which I know you are wanting. I've decided to pair this with a white shirt underneath. This is the Egyptian cotton shirt that I think highlights, well, more contrasts between the light and dark. Light undershirt, a bit of a darker outerwear. So, this particular jacket, the fit is a bit more of a maybe modern fit rather than a classic wider fit. Not quite a slim fit, but somewhere in between. You can think of it like that. So, what are we thinking of this material, this color, and this shirt? Yeah. A genuine contender, you would say. I agree. Like I said, I think this really ticks a lot of your boxes. Don't worry about ties or pocket squares at the moment. Although, let's have a look at some, give you more of an idea of a complete look and vibe. As it's a spring wedding, I think something with a bit of colour and pattern could be nice. Perhaps something with more of a floral pattern. I know, spring, flowers, groundbreaking, but I think this works quite well with the white shirt to give you an idea. And we can, of course, have a nice pocket square, perhaps something navy as well, to fit in here. Not necessarily matching one-to-one with the tie, but complementing rather. Doesn't necessarily have to match in pattern, the tie and pocket square, that is. Well, there's that option. Let's try another. Here is another floral option that could work well, like so. Similar to the previous option, a bit more of a skinnier tie and a bit more light blue compared to the other one, but similar but different. Otherwise, my personal favourite, something of a block colour. So, this is a nice silk tie here, so it just has that little bit more of a premium quality and feel to it. Of course, the width is a little bit longer than the other ties as well, which I think is a bit more maybe mature, but it's all preference, of course. Yeah, I think that could work quite well, just as a timeless look for any outdoor wedding. Yeah, okay. Why don't we move on? I've got two other options to try. So, we'll go through pocket square options at the end. A second option I think you might enjoy is this deep, dark navy suit paired with you could use a white undershirt, but I've decided to pair this with a baby blue undershirt here. Now, again, it's all about the contrast. Light, dark, light, dark, like so. This jacket is, again, merino wool woven, I believe, in Italy, from an Australian brand known as MJ Bale. We stock them quite a lot in our store, very popular in the Australian market. But the shirt here, cotton, not Egyptian, but still a very nice feel to it. It's a bit more of a casual shirt, but if you would prefer more dressy, we can get an Egyptian cotton version in baby blue. That's no trouble. But I think this has a nice little pattern to it as well. That just adds a bit more character and personality. Nothing wrong with block colours, of course, but just the subtle details that really add up. This very nice. Let's try some tie options. There were two I had for you to try today and look at. So, in keeping theme with the contrast, I think a nice burgundy or red or crimson tie could work particularly well for you here. So, the first option here is this nice thin red tie. Just no pattern. Fairly simple colouring there to give you an idea. Like so. But very effective, I think. Yeah. This is again more of a slim profile in the tie, but works quite well with the other colours here, baby blue and the deep navy. Okay. Although my personal favourite, I think you would like as well, is with something with a little bit more colour and a pattern, like so. This one's a deep burgundy colour compared to the other one, which is a bit more radiant and bright and has that sort of metallic shine to it, versus this one. This one is a silk tie as well. It's a little bit more expensive, but I think you can tell in the quality build and the materials. But both good options in their own right, of course. So, this is our second outfit option. What do we think? Okay. How are you going for your drink, by the way? Are you needing a top-up? You're okay. Excellent. Well, why don't we look at the third and final suit I've picked for you today. Now, it might seem a bit boring, but I am a fan of the classic black suit. This isn't a tuxedo, just more of a classic black. So, here it is. This is, again, another Australian brand, Peter Jackson, no relation to the famous director of the Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit, but we don't talk about the Hobbit series. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. But this is another wool-based material. In fact, it's merino wool. Definitely keep you warm in the cocktail hours of your wedding. May I ask, do you know the rough schedule of the wedding? Yeah. Sounds like you may be outdoors for several hours before the sit-down dinner and reception. Okay, that's understandable. In that case, I think, yeah, this will definitely keep you warm for those few hours, particularly if it's been as windy as it has been recently. But again, nice wool lining that will definitely keep you from shivering. But I think this would pair well with either the white or the baby blue. But I think if you wanted a more classic look, we could add the baby blue, the white shirt underneath. Why don't we have a look and see what that's like? This is actually very similar styling to what I wore at my wedding, so definitely have no skin in the game or bias there, but that hopefully gives you an idea. Very simple, elegant, think James Bond style, just not a tuxedo. But yeah, let's try this with perhaps, let's try this first with a tie with a bit of colour. Keeping in theme with your spring wedding. Something like this, perhaps. Again, a bit more of a floral motif going on here. It's really low-hanging fruit with a spring wedding, but I love it. So, that's good. Something like this, perhaps. Or, again, if we really wanted to stick to a classic look, just a simple black tie. Show you what I mean. Here's our silk black tie, which is another option. So, again, just the silk material, you can hopefully see that in the right light. There's a nice reflective aspect to it. A little bit of contrast compared to the more matte finish of the suit jacket here. But all personal preference. Of course, you could even go for a bow tie. Like so, just a nice little, oops, a nice little clip on. like so, for a different look, but still very formal. Okay, so those are the three options I think would work really well for you. What did you have in mind based on what you've seen today? Okay. I see, yes. So maybe option 2 coming in here, catching your eye. Yes, the navy, baby blue, and burgundy. Yeah, to be honest, this is my personal favorite as well, especially for your particular event. Yes, you'll definitely be able to get multiple uses out of this one, and it's your lucky day. This suit and jacket pairing and pants rather are on sale, and we can definitely do a discount for you for the tie and the shirt if you are also buying those. Now, are we happy with this tie combination? Yeah, we like that too. So in that case, if we're locking in the tie, I think we can think about adding in our pocket square now for a bit of accessorizing. I think a nice white pocket square would work really well with this outfit. Let me show you what I mean. Very classical. So, again, nice, silky, shiny, radiant material that I think would really pop. Let's try just a simple fold in here. Don't think too much of the fold, but just to give you an idea, a rough presidential fold. So again, yeah, correct. That doesn't need to be matching, complementary to each other. Yeah, but I think this could work. What do you think? Yeah, I'll show you a few different folds you can do. Some fun things we can do with our pocket squares. But I think this would look very dapper on you. Yeah, I think this will suit you extremely well. What I would like to do, let's get you in the changing rooms just behind you on your right. The second one is free. Pop into that booth. I'll pop these over the top for you to try. Do you have some dress shoes already? No, that's okay. I might grab some for you to try on with the full suit. I'm thinking a classic black Oxford would work well for you here, fitting with that theme of timeless, classic, and versatile that you are after. What size are you? Okay, I see. Let's grab one of those. I definitely have one of them in stock. Now, here we are. Just our classic black Oxfords. Just a bit of dirt and debris there. Just give those a bit of a clean. Why don't you pop those on as well as the suit? I'll meet you back out here in a moment to observe the fitting. Again, I don't think will need any alterations, so fingers crossed, but I'll see you soon. Oh, hi, back again. How'd you go with the fit? Well, just standing where you are. Good. Just hold that position. Dust off some of that lint there on your shoulder. Very good. Wow, I must say, looking good. Good is an understatement. I don't think there are any ill-fitting sections on the whole suit, top and bottom. We're getting a nice little break at the ankle. The sleeve is finishing nicely just before your wrist. And just go ahead and stand up tall for me. You're not feeling any tension or tightness around that chest area. No, it's good. I'll just make sure those buttons are fastened nicely there. Yeah, just doing those ones. Don't have to do the top one then. Wow. Just turn slightly, about 45 degrees that way. Yes. Yes. Okay. Honestly, the suit is wearing you. Nothing is ill-fitting. I don't even think we need to do any alterations. You can just walk on out of here looking like $1 million. Genuinely. Please don't though. You need to pay for that. So, let's go over some of those pocket square folds I mentioned earlier. So, I think we'll stick with the white for you, but I think you could get away with not just a presidential fold, which, for reference, is a nice and easy fold. Half again, until we pretty much get a little rectangle and square that just sits along the top there, and you get a nice line like so. It's quite good. The other thing we can try is a puff fold, holding that one completely out like so, pinching in the middle so that it's just flapping about. And then we can hold about halfway, bring the bottom into another fold, and then we get our puff, rough puff fold. Like so. A rough idea. You can play around with it, of course. And lastly, we can just go with a classic 1 point as well. Having that one in half again, into a nice triangle point. Very simple, like so. Tucking that one in for a simple point there as well. Have some fun with it. It's nice. There's so many different combinations you can do. Of course, the same for your tie as well. But I'll go ahead and pop these at the front counter. Let's have a look now at the final touch, which is your cuff links to go as the final piece of the puzzle. Now, I have 3 cuff link options for you today. The first one, and my personal favorite, you look like a gamer, not gonna lie. I don't know if you play League of Legends or have heard of it, but if you do play, we have these custom League of Legends role cufflinks, jungle and support, of course, for this particular cufflink set that I think you would really enjoy if you are a gamer, but forgive me if I have misjudged you. We can get these custom made for different roles, top, bottom, mid, jungle support, but definitely something we can do. Otherwise, we have something more classic, like a little almost volleyball style. Very easy to take off and put on. Nice little mechanism. And easy storage box for your convenience. Also from the Peter Jackson brand there. And lastly, if you're a fan of the races or horses in general, this Cudworth jockey cufflink set could be right up your alley as well. Here we are. But I tell you what, pick a pair, I'll throw them in for free. Yeah, my little treat for your upcoming special day. But that about wraps everything up. I'll start gift wrapping these for you now, but feel free to take a lap around the boutique, see if there's anything else you like. It's been a pleasure working for you today. I'll just get these wrapped up for you, and you can take them on your way for your special day. I'll be here if you need any assistance. Okay. Thank you to my awesome patrons, Andres Orlan Vasquez, James, Astor, Scott Walker, Kirsten, Josh, Patrick, Gabriel C., Will Hume, Emma, Here's Mikey, Chad Moore, James P., Taylor, Gary T.,